Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on y'all seeing this. This would be my episode 2 of my YouTube channel, PR's TT. Still thinking of a name, PR's Thoughts and Theories. But briefly, before I get into the story, what my channel's basically gonna be is just a bunch of random shit. Anything popping, anything that goes viral, anything on the news. I'll be reviewing video games, movies. I'll be talking about all types of stuff. So all you have to do is just read the headline, and if you're interested on hearing my thoughts and theories, go ahead and click on it. There'll be short videos. I don't plan on making 30-minute, hour videos. This day and age, everybody doesn't have time unless you're invested in like a show or something like that. But as far as watching a little commentary video on YouTube, they'll be short. But that being said, as you see under me, the headline, Casey Anthony and her Peacock documentary. What can I say? This woman is pure evil. Like living, you want to see an evil person? Just look at her. Just don't have to watch the video. Just look her up on Google and look for a picture of her. That's what evil looks like. Casey was living under a rock the whole time this was happening. This woman, Casey Anthony, lost her child for almost a month. Was partying, living it up, getting tattoos. Like she was a single motherless, a single mother. Oh, a single woman without a child. A young single woman without a child. She was living it up like she was a single woman without a child. For a whole month, the child was missing. It took the grandmother and grandfather to call the cops to figure out what's going on. Casey Anthony had said to the grandparents that the babysitter had her and she's been kidnapped and she's trying to figure it out herself. So no, grandparents are like, no, we're calling the cops. Cops get involved. She lies her ass off throughout the whole time the child is missing. She says she works at Universal Studios. She brings it to Universal Studios. She's waving at the employees there. Employees are looking at her like, who the fuck are you? They corner her. The cops know she doesn't work there. They corner her and they're like, you know what? Let's stop the bullshit. Where's the kid? She's still lying. And I'm not sure if they arrest her there and then. But the child, the baby, I think she was like 4'2". The baby gets discovered in the woods by her house. And me being invested in this story is for two reasons. One is that God hasn't blessed me with a child, and I've always wanted children, and especially little princess, daddy's little girl. And the second thing was that at the time where I was living, this was all happening. Like, I lived right near the courthouse. I would drive by the courthouse and see the people out there protesting this, or, just not protesting, but making their voices being heard about, how this is wrong. Like, you're a mother and you lose your child, and then the child comes up dead or deceased. And it was a heinous story. All throughout the court case, I'm looking at it like, okay, she's going down for this. There got to be a way to prove the foul act took place. She's going to jail, right? But no. She was found not guilty. And that fucking was a hard blow, a tough pill to swallow. Because for all the lies she was doing and a baby turning up, like, it didn't make sense. And my And my theories are that this woman probably gave the baby sleeping pills so she can go party, and probably gave the baby too much. I think in her Google searches there was a thing up for chloroform. She probably used chloroform on the baby, and the baby died. And I was like, maybe it was a horrible, horrible accident. And I was just like, okay. So I'm thinking, like, maybe that's the case. Maybe she's just a horrible mother and accidentally killed her child. So I'm like, there's got to be a charge for that. Child endangerment, involuntary manslaughter. She has to be punished for this, and she doesn't. She gets away scot-free. I mean, I think she was found guilty for lying to the police and tampering with evidence or whatever, but either way, that was insane. That was the whole story in a nutshell. But fast forward today, she releases a documentary on Peacock. And like when I said evil in the flesh, she continues on lying. And she throws her father in the court proceedings. She was throwing her father under the bus, saying that the baby drowned and he covered it up so her mother wouldn't hate her, and making crazy allegations about her father being the cause. But in this documentary, she does the same thing. But the story of how the child died now has changed. She didn't drown in the pool, like they said in court. That the father had suffocated her. Now the father's a murderer. And not only that, he's a P. Rhymes with file. Now the father touched Casey when she was young. And now his own daughter is on national television, not national television, a very popular streaming website, making these crazy allegations about her father. And it's just like, wow, you are so evil. Like, you disappeared from the headlines. Your story, you was the most hated woman in the world. I grant you that. I'm sure if anybody saw you in the street, probably spit at your feet and call you a child murderer. So you disappeared, which you should have stayed disappeared, stayed out of the limelight. But no, you decided to go on a television streaming site with this documentary. You should be ashamed of yourself. I hope you go crawl back in the cave you came out of and stay there. But I'm hearing rumors that the father is going to be suing the daughter for defamation of what's that law? Something about his character. But anyways, I'm not a lawyer. So if that's the case, I hope it's not going to be broadcast, because I'm going to wind up watching that shit and just seeing this girl again going to court and probably lying her ass off is just gonna be fucking disgusting. Hopefully it stays off the TV and he gets what he gets what he is looking for, whatever it is. I don't know what he's suing for, money or just suing for his reputation. I don't know. But my thoughts on the show is just like basically kind of spewed it out. It's ridiculous. I wouldn't recommend watching it. It's I think it's an hour and a half long of bullshit. But like, if you want to see true evil, just look up Casey Anthony, and she'll probably be sitting there with a picture smiling like she didn't do nothing wrong. But that's my take on the Casey Anthony Peacock documentary. And that's all I got to say about that. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Subscribe, share, like the video. I'm out.